Hey, what's up, guys? It's Online Money 24/7, and today we're going to be talking about 5 businesses to start for under $100. So these are businesses you get started with very little money. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first one for today is a social media brand. So a social media brand, this could be over Instagram, it could be over YouTube. Those are just two of the most popular platforms to start a social media brand on nowadays. And so what you're going to be doing is building a following on Instagram or YouTube by creating content. So this content could be about anything. It could be about finance or Shopify, stock market, types of stuff that's on this channel. It could be about sewing. It could be about hair products. It could be about tech. It could be about, honestly, anything that you have a passion for. And essentially, what value can you provide people? That is what you're looking for. What are you passionate about? What's a niche that you know a lot about? And what could you provide value to people with? Maybe you want to be someone who educates people on topics like this channel, or maybe you want to be more comedy type channel. Maybe you want to be an entertainment channel. There's a lot of different types of channels or types of content that you could make on Instagram or YouTube. You just have to figure out what you want to do. And then over time, through usually maybe the 6 to 12 month period in the beginning, you build a nice base, you get some people. It varies how long it might take you to get a good base built. Once you have a nice solid base built, you have some people, then you can consider how to actually monetize this brand that you've created. So over Instagram, if you have a good following, what you could do is promote other people's products. Be like, oh, I like this bracelet, and then link them to this other page. And so someone selling bracelets could promote on your Instagram page if it's catering to your following. Maybe you have a fishing following, and then the brand wants to sell fishing bracelets on your fishing Instagram page. That could work, and then you make money off of doing a promotion for this company that's trying to sell fishing bracelets on your fishing niche page, because you have people that are into fishing and you're promoting their product that they already have. And so that is one way you could monetize off of Instagram. Off of YouTube, you can actually start monetizing initially right off the get-go with Google AdSense. So ads pop up on the videos. I'm sure all of you guys are very familiar with that. You know, we watch ads on videos. So you can get started with that pretty much right from the get-go. You do have to have at least 10,000 views to really start making any money nowadays with the new AdSense change. They changed it with Google where you have to get a minimum of 10,000 views first on your channel, then you can start monetizing. But 10,000 views is not crazy to obtain. It's very achievable. So you get that first, then you can actually start making money off of ads on your channel. And other than just that, you could also sell products or courses, different types of stuff that you could sell. Maybe you're a fishing person on YouTube and you have your own fishing bracelets that you could sell. There's a lot of different routes that you could go with selling products or just monetizing straight off of AdSense with YouTube. And then Instagram, you could do promotions for other people. There's lots of different ways that you can monetize and get creative with a social media brand. But if you have a following of people that are into a niche, that is very valuable for people selling products or even just making the ad money, because advertisers want to put up ads in front of certain types of people. So that's how you can monetize and make money off of doing something you're passionate about, talking about different topics, educating people, helping them out, providing value to people for free off the internet. And then, whatever long trailed system you want to go after that to make more money, that's totally up to you. But a social media brand is a great way to get started because it's free to start. It doesn't take you any money to start a YouTube channel or to really start an Instagram page. You can record videos from your phone to get started with Instagram or YouTube. You don't have to have like a ton of equipment. I mean, I have a really nice microphone for this channel now, but I could have been recording these videos with an iPhone and then just recording my PowerPoints with, I still use a free software to record these PowerPoints. So it's not crazy to get started with YouTube or with Instagram. You can get started on an iPhone for basically free if you already have a good phone to record with. So social media brand, something you get started with. Moving into the second business for today is Shopify stores. So I actually talk a lot about Shopify stores on this channel. I have a full playlist going over how to get started with a Shopify store. But if you guys are not familiar with what that is, it's selling products online through your own e-commerce store. That's what a Shopify store is. It's a website and you can sell your own products through it. So if you wanted to sell products, you pick a niche and you could sell print on demand t-shirts. So say you're into fishing, you could sell fishing t-shirts. on an Instagram page or something like that, and then link people to your Shopify store. Or you could just run promotions on other people's fishing niche pages on Instagram. I talk a lot about influencer promotions, how to actually do that on this channel as well. If you want to watch the Shopify playlist on my channel, I have a lot of different videos going over how you can promote these products. But essentially, print on demand t-shirts, that's one way you could go with selling fishing shirts, and then promoting it to other people's pages over Instagram, stuff like that. Or you could sell drop shipped products from AliExpress, from China. Say, for example, bracelets. If you were to sell like these little colored bracelets, you could sell those. Or you could even sell your own products and then ship them out manually from your house or wherever you're creating your products at. You don't necessarily have to do print on demand and drop ship stuff like that. It is very easy because you don't have to worry about supplying and holding all the products at your own place and at your own discretion. So it's very easy to get started with drop shipping and doing print on demand because everything is just shipped directly to the customer. You don't have to touch any products, which is very nice. But if you even wanted to create your own products, you could also sell those through a Shopify store. Essentially, a Shopify store is just providing you with a website to accept people's payments and sell products on there. And it's very cheap to get started. I believe it's $29 a month for the basic plan. And then it's like a few dollars a month for a domain if you wanted to get a domain for your website as well. So it's very cheap to get started with a Shopify store. Like I said, I have a lot of videos on that. If you are interested more into starting your own e-commerce store, I have a Shopify playlist on this channel. But moving into the third business for today is eBay Reseller. So eBay Reseller is quite a broad one. It is not as specific as the last ones I had just mentioned, but it is essentially where you are finding products and then reselling them, flipping them on eBay for a markup. So maybe you're able to get a product for a lot cheaper than the value of what it's worth, whether that is, from drops and releases. So say you're selling higher fashion products like Supreme or Yeezys from Kanye West. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but those are high fashion type of products that are worth a lot in the street value of those products. So for retail, they're a lot cheaper than people would actually pay for them. There's limited availability. With anything with limited availability, the price goes up. So if you were to able to get these shoes for retail price, which maybe would be like $200, now I know that's over the $100 mark, but you could start smaller with smaller products. But let's say, all right, you find some shoes for like $50, $100, they're worth like $200, $300, $400. You flip them and you get a profit right there. That would be a nice little profit by flipping them on eBay for a higher price. So that's something you can do. Alternatively, you could also go to local garage sales or donation-based stores to try and find products that way as well. Now, going back to the pictures I have listed here on the left, if you're wondering what each of these mean, so the eBay one, that's just the eBay logo. The filter thing, so this is actually really important when you're doing product research for eBay reselling. You're going to want to make sure that you have flipped on the app, if you're on the app, or if you're on the website as well. It works the same way. You want to have under the filters, completed and sold items both ticked on, because that is going to then allow you to see what the products have sold for, not just what other people are trying to sell them for. This is very important. This is the product price that people have actually bought them for on eBay. So this is going to give you an accurate representation of how much something is worth when you're trying to see, like, if you're out at a store and you're like, oh, I see this product, I don't know how much it's worth, let me search it based on the description, stuff like that. You find the product on eBay and you're able to see how much it's worth, to see if it's worthwhile buying it, to then try and flip it for your own profit. That's how you do the product research. StockX is a website where you can track specific shoe prices and what they're valued at. It's very similar to the stock market actually, but it's like the stock market for shoes. So different valuations on how much a shoe is worth. You could check that out on the StockX app. I think they also have a website as well. You could check that. So there's lots of different things within the eBay reselling category that you could do. Maybe you're not into fashion and clothes. Maybe you could just sell and flip tech. That's another thing you could do. Whatever you find at garage sales, anything you know a thing or two about, or you think is like, that might be valuable, like a giant Nerf gun pack. You could look it up on eBay and see how much it's really worth and then try and flip it. Garage sales are going to be probably the best for those type of items because they aren't as picked through Whereas like donation stores, there's tons of people trying to do this, so there's not as much available product that you're going to be able to spot for a good deal and make a good profit on. So it takes more work to find garage sales for sure, but it could be a nice way to generate profit. This could be a nice business for you to get started. And in the beginning, start low, start with cheaper items, but as you make more profits, then you could go for bigger items and make more and more profits over time. So that is one of the businesses that you could get started with. Now, moving into number 4 for today is the lawn care business. So this one is quite a bit more physical labor, but it is a business that you could get started and really scale up into quite a big operation actually for yourself if you have the business know-how and what you want to do. What are your goals with it? So first off, to get started, all you need is a little push mower. You can get started doing local lawns in your area. So like mowing these local lawns in your area is very cheap to do. It just takes a little bit of time, and you could be charging $20 to $85 per cut based on the size of the lawn. So if it's a small lawn, maybe $20, maybe $40. If it's a bigger lawn with like a really big side to it, takes you a longer time, then you could charge $85 per cut. You could charge per hour as well, but you probably want to just do per cut because the hours that you spend, someone might think, oh, you're trying to cut this real slow. It's better just to do it probably per cut versus a per hour rate, but that's totally up to you, whatever you want to determine with customers and clients. But all you need to get started with this is a small push mower, which you could maybe even borrow one of your family's mowers, one of your friends' mowers, and get started for free. Or, you could get one for under $100 off of Craigslist, or for really cheap at a garage sale or something like that. People just trying to get rid of an old mower. All you need is a push one to get started, and then down the road, as you start small and then over time you could grow the business to full lawn servicing. Now, if you were to go the full lawn servicing route, you probably need an edger. That's what the second image is. You get an edger and offer that as well. So you could offer different types of lawn care packages for people. You could just have a basic lawn mowing service, and then you could also have an edging on top of that for maybe $10 on top of that, just for like edging the sides of the parking area. And then as you move up and as you grow the business, then you could get a full riding mower, which is a lot better, and you're going to be a lot quicker at mowing these lawns versus a push mower. It's a lot less work. So you do a riding mower. Then over time, as you get more money, more profits, then you could even get a full truck, loaded up with all your materials, loaded up, drive it to each of your clients' lawns, and be able to provide full servicing. And even down the road, you could potentially hire workers as well to get lawns done even faster and more effectively. Maybe you could even have a truck of different people going around neighborhoods. I mean, the expansion is infinite, really, with a lawn care business. You could be bringing in up to $250,000 a year with a full-sized lawn care business. But if you start small, just make some extra money, that is a business you get started very cheap in the beginning with just a small, simple push mower. As you make more money, you invest it back into the business, get better materials, and be able to make more money ultimately because you're able to finish lawns quicker. So that is a really great business you could start for really cheap. Moving into business number 5, last one for today, is personal training. So a personal training business is where you are teaching people how to exercise, how to become fit based on their goals. Now, you could also offer macro training as well on what types of foods are good for them to eat, what kind of macros that they need for their day, if they need to eat more, how many macros they need to eat, if they're eating less, how many macros do they need to be eating to lose weight. There's a lot of different factors in that. So you could offer just the physical training, or you could also offer on top of that dietary training as well. So basically what you'd be doing is training clients how to be fit based on their goals. So if you're a fit person, you could be helping other people become fit as well. So, start of the new year, a lot of New Year's resolution, people want to lose weight, gain muscle. And you could charge anywhere from $20 to $200 per hour. It's a really big range. It's really just based on the client and how much experience you have. In the beginning, if you want to just get a couple of clients, you could charge maybe $30 an hour, $20 an hour. Like, you don't have to charge a lot, but as you move forward and your time gets more and more valuable, as you have higher ticket clients, you could charge more per hour because, you're worth more. You have more experience with this. You've done a lot of different before and afters with people, but in the beginning, you could get started with just charging a little bit, and it takes just knowledge to get started with this, and and advertising yourself to maybe friends and family. It really doesn't take much to get started in this, other than the fact that you're a fit person, and you know how to train people, and you have a desire to help other people become fit. That's really all you need to get started with this. And you could start small, and then over time you could even grow the business into your own gym. So instead of having to go to people's houses or go to their gym and stuff like that to help them, you could even just do this in your own gym, because a lot of commercial gyms don't like, and they pretty much ban personal trainers from training people at commercial gyms, because they want them to buy their own training services. So if you go to their house or whatever, that's something you could do, but also is to have your own gym, so you don't have to worry about commercial gyms not allowing you to train people in them, like UFITs and stuff like that. They don't allow that, but in your own gym, you could totally do it. You could even have other personal trainers that you hire to train clients as well. You train them how to train people. It's a long chain of how you could really grow this business, similar to lawn care. You know, you could hire out people and really build it into a large business, just starting out small, just training people one-on-one, and then grow it even bigger. And then also something you want to be sure to have is protection if someone injures themselves, especially if you have your own gym down the road, starting out with personal training, and then you go down that route. You know, you want to have some protection just in case someone injures themselves. You don't want to be sued or get into some like lawsuit over something. That's just something for security's sake that you don't want to be running into at all if they were to hurt themselves, because, you know, it's up to them to keep themselves safe, but, you know, you're trying to help them as best as you can. But if someone like twists their ankle on something or trips, there's a lot of things that could go wrong. You definitely want to make sure to protect yourself if someone were to injure themselves. But this business could go, you know, you could start really small, just training people at their houses, and grow it into your own gym down the road. There's a lot of potential here with a personal training business. So that is the last business for today's video. Guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel, what the heck are you doing? Subscribe to the dang channel, hit that notification bell as well so you get notified for future videos, uploads, and all that good stuff. Leave a like, leave a comment down below if you have any questions, comments, concerns. But anyway, guys, that's all for today's video, so I will see you in the next one. Peace out.